Welcome back to Everything Whiskey. I'm Callum.
I'm Sam.
Today we're comparing the Port Charlotte Heavily Peated and Octomore.
Alrighty, so today we're going to be comparing the Octomore and the Port Charlotte Heavily Peated. We got requested to do this. I don't know why we hadn't done it already, but basically, same distillery, Bruichladdich.
Yeah.
It's an Islay whiskey. Bruichladdich makes obviously these both, but Octomore being the most heavily peated whiskey in the world.
And this is one of the most.
And one of them, yeah. Look, so all of the Octomores are different in ppm, which is the measurements that they use.
We used to say peat parts per million.
I think it's phenol part. I don't know. But basically, we just wanted to compare them because it's kind of like a but cheaper kind of thing. Like if you like this, buy this kind of concept. Because
it's not really cheap, but cheaper, yeah.
Well and truly like $130 cheaper. Yeah. So basically, what was this? 130? 230?
230 to 230-ish.
Yeah, and this is like 110, 120, depends where you go.
I'll put them up on the screen.
But yeah, so basically, age-wise, this is younger. Port Charlotte is older, so you get a little bit more of or as you can see, colour. But you get a little bit more developed notes as well. But it really is kind of just a conversation of, is it worth paying the extra $130? Depending on where you are and what the difference is for you. But for us, that's what it is, $130. Is it worth paying that much extra? So I've never put these two, had them back to back, so I don't remember. It's even been ages since I've had Port Charlotte at all anyway.
What are we starting with, Port Charlotte?
I'm going to go Port Charlotte. Proof-wise, there's a big difference. I believe this is 50.
Yeah.
50.
That's 59.
And this is
nearly
basically 60. So 10 points. It's noticeable, especially when you get up that high.
Yeah. Port Charlotte, it's obviously peaty, but there's a lot of sweetness.
I was about to say, there's always been this kind of salted caramel sweetness behind it. But
I was going to say salted honey, but
nah, for me, it's not that honey-ish. It's more just that salty caramel sweetness. But there's a lot of typical Islay hospital notes behind it that kind of make it a little bit weird. It's not like a salted caramel. It's not that nice. Well, it is nice, but it's not that friendly. It's definitely got some challenging notes in there. I always get green apples and stuff from this as well.
I'm getting a lot more earthiness than I normally do.
A bit more maltiness.
I'm getting, wet hay.
My Octomore smells like an ashtray. It smells like cigarettes.
Why does it smell like that?
It literally smells like an ashtray that's been left out in the rain.
No, that's the whiskey.
I know, it's the whiskey. It was no bloody...
I thought the glass might be dirty.
Well, we use it for an ashtray or something. I don't think so. Yeah, it's kind of making more sense now, but it was... it's very peppery, a lot more peaty, like that kind of, just that peat smoke, if you know the note, you know the note. It's that dried vegetal smoke, basically, burning wood.
I reckon...
Nice brininess
to it.
The
ashiness.
This is a lot warmer and sweeter and more just Scotch, regular Scotch it's got a lot more of the
malty when you go back.
Yeah. Whereas this is so much more peaty. It's got no malt or anything like that. You can't tell the grain or anything like that. It's totally just peat and brine and salt.
It smells like it's
cheese
vodka.
For me, I'm getting mad cheesels from this. I'm getting cheese and bacon balls.
I'm still on that ashy note.
So my cheese and bacon balls has to be my favorite note that I get out of Octomore, and I get it out of every Octomore. Varying, the one before this didn't get it as much, but the first one we had was out of this world. That
was the peatiest
cheese
one
on cheese. Yeah, this one is cheese and bacon balls. It's so nice. Once I get that note, I love it. It's like a charcuterie board. It's just got cheese and and it's got quince paste and fruits and stuff like that and crackers.
This is really weird. This is
it smells like
it's almost like it's a level playing field to, I don't know how to explain it, but this is in comparison like a Highland.
Yeah,
if you're getting regular. Yeah. But it's more ashy. It's not as peaty as I would normally say. Yeah.
For me, I'm getting heaps of that Islay.
I'm getting
smoke and cheese.
Sea salt and ash. It's more.
This is definitely it's smelling more like just a peaty Scotch, not like a heavily peated. It's smelling like a.
In comparison, it smells like a Dimples or something.
I don't know if I'd go that far, but
Like it's really honey
it's
malt.
definitely, you can tell that Octomore is much more peaty, basically. Way more malt than I remember. It's nice though. It's got a
There's
nice
not
amount of
that
sweetness
much. There is a slight
than I
malt.
remember.
Yeah. I'm getting a lot of honey on this.
I don't know if I'd say honey. I'm getting sweetness, but it's like
honeysuckle, like the flower.
the peat is kind of disappearing on the nose. Probably because we've been A-Bing with that.
Even on the palate though, it's more briny. It's really nice though.
It's very balanced. Like if they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
I mean, everything they make is nice from Brookladdick. They're just such a good distillery. But the heavily peated is like, it's a lot of people's favorite when it comes to Islay. And for a reason, like it's very nice and
Very
developed.
nice. Good
It's
price
balanced.
point.
The price point's pretty good. 50%, so you're getting like a lot for your money.
Yeah, a lot of flavour.
Yeah, a lot of flavour. Jesus.
Oh, now coming back to
So
it
much more
separately, it's a lot more peaty.
So much more briny and just more Islay-y.
It's more bready.
I know about bready.
The breadcrumbs.
We are saltier. It's got that when you first have Lefroy and you get that brine smack across your face. That's what you get when you go from Port Charlotte to this. Like there's that big difference that you can tell.
It's like a blue cheese without the body behind it. Like
So stringent as well. Like
the sharpness of blue cheese.
yeah, the bite, the saltiness.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a
Lots of
lot
fruit
more
though,
intense.
as well.
For me, like I'm just so overwhelmed by the rest, but there is like that charcuterie board kind of like grapes and or whatever they're called, raisins and stuff like that. Even like almost a citrus, like a peel. It's very oily. It's super oily.
That palate is very nice. Very, very nice on the Octomore.
Look, honestly, I have to go with Octomore as like my preferred whiskey out of the two. But like, it is sharp. It like attacks your tongue. It's
I was gonna
not
say
friendly.
I prefer the nose on the Port Charlotte.
I prefer the bacon balls on that. I can't get over it. I love bacon balls.
I like the
I love bacon balls.
I like the roundness and
It is
balance
more balanced.
over the
This
nose.
is full on. Like it's on the scales. It's tipping one way, very like full on. Like it's not so unbalanced that you can't enjoy it. Like it's definitely got the sweetness and the fruits and stuff. For what it is, it's actually incredibly balanced. But it is goddamn Octomore, and that like it's to do one thing, and it's to kick your ass with peat and
because
brine.
we like that palate always goes with Octomore.
Yeah. Now, if you're not deep in Islay, I don't see how you're gonna.
Neither of these would work if you're not into
That's
Islay.
true. You're right. Even the heavily peated is gonna be way too heavily peated for you if you're not
Probably
into Islay.
Start with the which is the unpeated one?
The classic laddie.
Classic laddie.
Yeah, it's a good option. You can get the Islay without the peat kind of experience.
Classic laddie, you'll get the flavour profile without the peat. That'd probably be a good introductory into the distillery as a whole. And then what's the next? Probably that one. Is that the Isle of Barley?
If you want to stay with Brookladdick or just in general?
Just going through the distillery to make it up to these guys.
I guess Isle of Barley.
And then eventually you hit
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't think of like a good in between from like no peat to peat.
I don't know. Not within Brookladdick.
Or now there's those cheese and bacon balls in there.
This smells like
What, the Port Charlotte?
the Port Charlotte just is so fruity and soft now. Like after actually drinking that.
Yeah. No, it smells like a Highland to me.
Yeah. A sherried Highland almost. Like
Yeah.
it's so fruity.
It's kind of nice when you don't get the
Very nice.
peatiness behind it. Yeah.
It's really nice. That's what I was gonna say. It smells like classic laddie.
The peat's still there on the palate.
It is, yeah. This is like dirty feet as well. Like it's got so much, I don't know, that funky, the Octomore. Oh, yeah, it's so much stronger. I mean, it's got 10 points of alcohol on it as well, but just intensity of flavors is much more in the court of Octomore. Look, just to like summarize, I prefer this.
So do I.
But
Limited numbers.
limited numbers, way more expensive, probably like realistically less balanced. It is younger as well. So if
it
you're gonna,
is like technically the worst whiskey out of the two because it's so heavily one-sided.
yeah,
it's
that's
so
what I mean,
aggressive
yeah.
and it's.
But if you're into that, then it is worth going for it.
I
But
agree.
totally, if you're looking for a cheap option that still is very peated, but also a little bit more balanced, but just a little bit less of kind of the craziness, then Port Charlotte is one of the best Islers you will ever find.
Yeah.
Like, it totally stands up against Lagavulin, against Lafroig, against Ardbeg.
Yeah. Or if you want to get some kind of experience like the Octomore, since you can't find it or afford it, try this, but imagine this cranked to about 10.
Or
again.
if you just want like the kick and you don't really care about the quality, sorry Smokehead, but go for Smokehead High Voltage. It's the cast strength version. It'll just rock you. Like, that's the purpose of it. It's not bad, especially the High Voltage, but it is far less balanced. It's very stringent, and but it's a kick and it's fun. All right, to see this episode out, I'm gonna commit a crime and mix them together. But yeah, so let us know your opinion on these two. Which one you prefer? Look, obviously, logically, you're gonna go for the Port Charlotte as the option for.
This just smells so. I was laughing because it actually smells really fucking good.
It smells pretty good. Scratch the decision, our opinion. Just buy both and add them together.
There is a weird.
It's kind of gone already. It's
Acidic.
weird. I think we broke it. Never mind.
No.
I don't know. Basically, let us know what you think. If you've tried both, let us know which one is your favorite. Obviously, the kind of more financially obvious and valuable option is going to be Port Charlotte. But Charlotte. Alrighty, if you enjoyed this episode of Everything Whiskey, leave us a like. If you want to see future episodes from us, maybe consider hitting that subscribe button. If you do, we'll see you next one. Cheers.